Former Hartford police officer Joseph Magnano being charged with manslaughter. He shot and killed Stephen Jones while responding to a mental health call earlier this year. The inspector general determined the shooting was not justified. Your reporter Owen Kingsley live at the Hartford Police headquarters for us this morning with what we can expect to learn later today. Owen, what's the latest?
Well, later this morning, what we are expecting is to hear from the family of Stephen Jones and their famed lawyer, Ben Crump. Now, there have been fiery demands from Jones's family and neighbors for justice ever since we have watched that body camera video showing Magnano's quick decision that day to fire his gun. Even Hartford's mayor commenting that his actions that day did not meet the department's standards. Body cam video of the original call in February shows Jones wielding a large knife. The first officers on scene were trying to de-escalate the situation. Former Officer Magnano heard the call on his radio and made the decision to respond. 34 seconds after arriving, Magnano fired 9 rounds, ultimately killing Jones. In the Inspector General's report released Monday, Magnano says he thought Jones was going to try to hurt him. The IG stated he did not try non-lethal force and failed to de-escalate the situation. Magnano is now charged with manslaughter. The Hartford Police Union president pointed out how quickly the Inspector General released their report on this shooting. Less than 3 months. The office often takes about a year to determine whether an officer's actions in these situations was justified. His arrest has brought a sense of relief to many in the city's North End who have been calling for justice for Stephen Jones.
I went to meetings, connected with Scott X, people from the NAACP, and just tried to talk and find out how to fight this fire. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we need to find a better solution. We want results and we want health and we want to keep our people happy and safe.
We're expecting to hear from Crump and Jones's family at 11:30 this morning. That's expected to be right outside the NAACP office over on Main Street, and we do expect a large crowd to be in attendance. As for Magnano, he makes his first appearance on this manslaughter charge in court on June 5th. Your reporter live in Hartford, I'm Owen Kingsley, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.